What's up guys, Lester here. Today we're going to talk about 6 tips to help secure your financial future. Today I'm drinking this Ito En Oicha unsweetened green tea. Very great. Still get that caffeine with the benefits. So lots of people have excuses on not to manage their money, or maybe they just simply don't want to or don't know how. So today I'm gonna give you 6 practical advices so you can take action. That's the most important thing. Taking action is better than doing nothing. And again, keep in mind, you can always get better. It doesn't have to be perfect, just have action. So tip number 1 is to optimize your credit card if you already have one. If you don't have one, I highly suggest that you have one. A couple of reasons for that. First one is you are leveraging the bank's money. You're not using your direct money, so that's the difference between using a debit card. So you're using the bank. So if your card gets stolen and stuff like that, that's the bank's money, not yours. All you gotta do is call them, let them know. Alright guys, another benefit of having a credit card is it can boost your credit score. And as we all know, credit score is very important. You can use a lot of things with it. If you have a good credit score, get a low interest rate in your home, or if you want to get a vehicle and stuff like that. So that's a good way to do it, getting credit cards, because it shows the banks that you are responsible of paying the card every single month. So that's very important. Get the credit card to boost your credit score, but you do have to pay the card in full every month. Another way a credit card is beneficial is because each time you pay the bill each month, is these banks and companies reward you. So you got these points that you can use. For example, I like to travel, so I use all my points to travel. I've gotten to like business flights, free hotels, or even discounted rates in general because I have these points that I can use to help me with my travel. So you can essentially do that, or whatever your interest. If you would like to go shopping, you can use those points to go shopping, to basically getting free things that you're already paying for. So that's why credit card is really important with that. Not many people. Just again, to keep in mind, make sure you pay it off every single month. That's the big thing, or else
interest rates coming in.
Step number 2 in securing your financial future is avoid purchasing new cars. That's right, avoid purchasing new cars. I mean, these are depreciating assets, if you call them that, assets. What I would suggest is buy a pre-owned or used car. I've done that myself. I've gotten new cars or leased them. It's not the best way, so don't make the same mistake as I've done. So buy a used car, and for example, a lot of my friends want to use a big down payment when they get the new car rather than using that payment. Imagine if using that to give it to your investments, or maybe you can buy a home and flip it or something. Ideas are countless with this thing, so instead of buying it on a depreciating asset, don't do it. Alright guys, so tip number 3, we're gonna save while we sleep. What I mean by that is set it and forget it. Have everything in your bills, savings, anything expenses, have it set up automated, so that way you don't have to do anything. It's gonna take a lot of work in the beginning. Basically, you're front loading all the work, but then after that you can coast. So that's what I mean by set it and forget it. So all your bills, nowadays you can set everything automatically. It just sends you a recurring balance, kind of like, you know, if you sign up for like Netflix or Apple Music, it's set up every month. So do that with all your bills, that way you don't have to worry about it. That's what I call like fixed costs. Then after that, you can set some fun money set aside. So this is actually going to go to my tip number 4. Tip number 4, we're going to do some conscious spending, not YOLOing, not only because you live once, but you can still have a good life, and spend on things that you like. And you do this by conscious spending, basically setting a set amount each month, automated based on our previous tip, so that way you can buy whatever the things you like. So for example, if you like going to Starbucks, there's no need to feel bad about going in there. Just make sure you set that budget aside for each month. For me, I like to travel, so I set up actually a separate bank account that gets extracted from a main account, so that way I don't even see it. It takes about $20 each month, so every 6 months that adds up, and I can take a trip depending on where I want to go. Tip 5, have some investments. I know you've heard it. I'm not going to go deep into this one. You can start a Roth IRA account, 401k if you do have a full-time job, or just do your own investments. One thing I would recommend is starting a Roth IRA. You can do it automatically based on the previous tips. Again, a lot of automation you can do, that way you don't have to do much hard work. And again, no excuses for you in this. Roth IRA, you can set up, let's say, you know, 200, 300, 400, or 500 bucks each month. That way you don't have to do it. Best way to invest that is think about long term. You can look up the S&P 500. It has a return average of 8% the past 40 years. So again, just set it and forget it on that one. By the time you retire, you have that money. And lastly, tip number 6 is starting a side income or a business. What else is better if taking control in your hands? So side income, personally what I've done is I like to take photography and video, so I've actually started doing that, reaching out to different people, setting up my website, Google Business to kind of do some advertisement as well. So my photography business, I do that on the weekends if I don't do my full-time job, and I'm starting at YouTube as well. So yeah, you can turn your passion into an income. I mean, it's not gonna make you a lot in the beginning, so hopefully it builds up, then you may be able to transition it full-time. But again, it's a side income. It could be like, you were going out money or whatever it may be. So that's a good way to do it. All right, guys, hope you like those tips and hope you take some actions in those. Again, remember, you don't have to be perfect. You can get better in this. Start at least doing 1 or 2 things within the list that I recommended. And if you did some, please comment below. And if you want some more guides, tips, and like that, send a thumbs up. Or any question, please let me know, and I'll see you later.